Hello there everyone and welcome back to more Total War Warhammer. I gotta say, even though that last battle may have been a bit dragged out, it makes me incredibly optimistic for the future of this campaign, so long as I can avoid steamrolling everything that gets in my way. That might be the exception, but we've conquered the Misty Mountains, we have all but neutralized. I don't know what faction this is, the Skullcrag's army? Although they still have two settlements to kind of rebuild, so they're not out of the equation just yet. What I'm more worried about is Grimgor's Ardboys is in the area, and the one thing I don't think I can handle is dealing with Grimgor himself, if I'm so honest. That's what I'm most afraid of, if I have to fight all of them at once, since he is kind of higher strength without a doubt, but even then, he's at war with the dwarves right now. Khemri I don't think even matter, but I want to go back to Grimgor, please. How strong are the dwarves? They're not very scary and they have war on basically against everyone else. A bit of a problem as they might not help me all that much and Clan Eshin are not dealing with them. So I might be on my own. I might have to clean up this rabble quickly, somehow, and then fight off against Grimgor. Although we do have an additional army in the works. I kind of would have loved to have Sif here deal with our dwarven problem down south. Although since they're a little bit too afraid to even deal with me, that's probably not a concern if I'm serious. If I'm so honest. And I think, even though I want to keep vision on them, if they're going to make a move against me, I'm probably going to see them after their first turn really easily regardless. So having Assassin spot for me does not help me, as I'm probably going to see him regardless. Otherwise, I have money, I want you to recruit a bit more, it's just a question of what do I want to get. As I am mindful of not investing too much in my range, I just have no idea how effective these units are. This is what I propose though. I'm gonna get the Jezzails, although I do want to know what they are good for. They're shield breakers, right? They can help. Yeah, they can be useful against the dwarves, where sadly, because almost all the dwarf army have shields, even though I'm well equipped and got really potent range weaponry, they're going to deflect a lot of that, and most of my weapons are also magical, which is a bit of a problem. I don't know how that factors into the poison debuff of the Globadiers, but my catapults sadly are magical. My Globadiers, as I already said, are magical, and even the sap cannon, of course, so the lightning cannon's magical. So I can't reliably use them for that purpose. It's just the rattling gunners, which I do have a good number of, which I should be okay there. And the Jezzail, which can help breach their armor a bit, and apparently I did not pay attention to the range until recently when considering how to upgrade this army. Their range is kind of ridiculous. At least it seems like it. The bar is nearly maxed out at near 300, and they have smoke bombs, right? No, I'm thinking the rattling gunners, never mind. I'm just trying to figure out what your... Oh, this unit remains hidden while firing, which doesn't matter unless they're in trees. But either way, I think you're a good unit to add to this, and that just leaves what am I going to get for the remainder of my squad. I'm a little bit worried in going all clan rats, as that means I have a very fragile front line if I'm serious. Do I get an extra storm vermin? I think I'm not against a halberd to help deal with any monstrous cavalry, if I am serious. I just gotta be mindful of my upkeep, but my upkeep's pretty good. It's just the fact I'm trying to rapidly build up my roster. And I do have a few spears as well. And as a result, let's see, get a couple more clan rats. I do want a bodyguard on here. Do I go with the halberds or not? I think I do, but it's a 2-turn wait. Bit of a problem there. I think I stick with the clan rats for now, just so I'm able to push up a lot more faster. And can I get my chieftain? Am I able to get my chieftain here? I don't think I can. Oh, these are lords. This is not what I want. I don't have the money anymore. Never mind. I can get them, but it won't be until next turn. Which I think they can move faster than my lord. And that should not be an issue. And I think I know what I plan on doing for our Doom Engineer, is it? It's just a question, what would be the best target? Although I should keep an eye on their income, shouldn't I? Since I do have that vision. Although just for the sake of my sanity, I want to... Interesting. I didn't realize that was the quickest path there, but I'll go with it. I am curious what has the most income to put my laboratory in. 935. You look like a perfect candidate. Is there another alternative? Well, you're enemy of the Camry, which hopefully they don't cause too much problems for me. But, as I said, I think we have a perfect candidate here in settling, for lack of a better word, I guess. Settling in Camry. And that puts us incredibly close to one of my objectives, which I do want to try and get over there at some point. Otherwise, tech is available. What do I want to go for? I don't really care for the Hell Pit Abominations, but this is always an option until later, but increased ranking for Rat Ogres could be good later on down the road. And if I get this boosts my Night Runners, which is okay. I know I was originally planning to maybe supplement my ranged army with some Night Runners or Gunner Runners, since they seemed like they were pretty decent for melee as well, while still being a ranged unit. But I think I'll withhold that for now. And I need to start getting these things that give me free levels for lords and heroes. As if I start losing them, that's going to really set me back quite a bit, having to rely on Queek and my really early heroes to kind of get the real work done. And I do have construction caverns, so I think I want to go here next. I kind of want to avoid the ambush chance, but at least it's available if I change my mind. And that buffs up Plague Monks, which I don't know if that counts as Census Bearers. I'm pretty certain that wouldn't, but I could be wrong, as I'm seeing absolutely no mention of Census Bearers in general here, am I? I'm just looking to see if I can find them anywhere to prove that theory, but... And sadly, I don't have the DLC for Wolf Rats, but I would love some Wolf Rats for Queek. They seem like they fit what I want to go for, especially if they can rush down some ranged siege weaponry. Maybe I'll consider getting that DLC, since after all, this is just a small step towards a much bigger operation, for I do want to dive into the multiplayer at some point. This will be a good opportunity for me to try and learn and enjoy the process, and dang it, I almost wonder if I want to withhold getting my chieftain just for this alone. And it gives me leadership for my clan rats. I probably will withhold just for that alone, because 2 free levels is no joke, I think. Otherwise, Queek has to regenerate, and he might have to deal with these guys quickly before, again, Grimgore pays us a visit. And is that everyone else? I want to make sure if I did everything I needed to. Everyone's moved. I think we're good. Alright, nothing noteworthy happened, but I don't know where our orky friends went. That's the only exception to that. Alright, they're both here. Which means if I can regenerate, which I'll have to wait till next turn. As sadly, this is the border right here, and I'm not going to be able to benefit from really good regeneration. Although, I am tempted to get extra income, but I think my garrison is my most important asset here. It's just a question, what increases my garrison? It doesn't look like any of these do. I'm just looking very carefully for options. Of course, we know that gives us extra garrison, because... No, that's recruitment. Nothing of note here. I am just looking very carefully. Anything that gives me recruitment is what I want. But I don't see anything. alas. So, anything goes, I suppose, is what that tells me. It's still a question, what would be a good structure to get? Well, we already talked about how cheap the rubbish pit is. I can't say no to that at all. And Creek sadly is going to have to wait a turn for replenishing, but I could get an extra Skaven slave squad to kind of supplement the assassin when I pull him out in a moment. Now, what did I have in mind? Bonded service was definitely good, and that eventually unlocks lightning strike for me, which I definitely want. And ranks of units is definitely going to be important as well, if I can get that anyway. I just don't know what to go for regarding the, the command, or I don't know what kind of subcategory you would call this here with the buffs to my troops. What would best fit an aggressive type army? Probably a mix of Molder and something for clan rats, maybe, if I had to guess. For now, I got everything I want here outside of any... Well, I probably should get the resistances. Can't say no to that, especially since we're going to be in for a bit of a tough fight, but none of these are physical resistance. It's the reason why I'm hesitating on that. Crimson Guard, ooh. Getting extra Storm Vermin could be good, but I don't think I can wait, 2 turns for them. I want to get up forward and aggressive right away. But that is definitely a strong option. Now, Assassin. I want to harass them, but I also need to see what the hell's going on up top. I need to know when Grimgore's coming. Savage Orcs, huh? Is that Savage Orc, or is this just a regular warband?
The chopper is in my hand.
You're Savage Orcs.
Smack you when you say something I don't like.
So you're friends to no one? Well, apparently you like the Skull Crags. Alright then. That's unfortunate, so you're not going to attack them while they're down, are you? And even as I speak, they're already gaining an army. Which really makes it difficult for me. How do I prioritize this? Actually, can I poke on over here a little bit forward? And that keeps me... Yeah, this allows me to garrison. Which hopefully helps with... Yeah, that helps with regeneration. And maybe I can get one extra unit. I can get Skaven slaves. I would like one Skaven slaves with shields, but I don't think I have access to that tech because I kind of said no to them. Although, leveled up, yeah, getting them leveled up is pretty nice. Good God. Creeks to the point where any clan rat starts off at rank 6. Which in all honesty, I probably shouldn't be excited for, but I am anyway. I want to be able to continue to get that going. Alright, so we'll just go with random fodder, random Skaven slaves. And I think, at least in multiplayer, they were just nerfed with the free DLC patch too. Not that I don't think I'm really concerned with that yet. I can increase that. I'm getting a lot of income from you. I'm curious, I did not pay much attention to my income, but yeah, it looks like my starting settlement is what's giving me the most income right now. And I'm not against upgrading that, as I kind of build everything I needed to, outside of actual infrastructure. Now, where is my engineer? I already set a move order, to mind you, but I'm just curious what's the fastest path here, as you've got a long trek ahead of you. And what do I ultimately want to do with this assassin? Just keep an eye on this border, really, since as you can see, Grimgore has a presence here too. And I'm going to be nowhere to really jump them. Now, I don't want attrition damage, ideally. Although, I guess you're coming up north. I really would love you to deal with my dwarf problem. I think that would be a fun challenge for you. And I think it's possible in some way considering how low tech and how undeveloped the dwarf settlements or the dwarf armies are. I just need you to get the levels in to justify it though. And the spells, most importantly. And then we'll see about getting you a chieftain pretty soon. Upgrade the rubbish pit. Get as much income as I can in this brief down period. And ideally, see about trying to get a third lord of some kind. Since I did recently lose my warlord, which really sucks, I kind of was fond of him. And the chieftain especially. But that was a bit of my own fault not paying attention to how I got surrounded there essentially. I should have had a little bit of a more open mind, since otherwise I could just sprint out as opposed to doing the tunneling through. As I fear, the same result would have happened regardless, I think. Alright, incantation. So any foreign armies, so I don't have to worry about that. And I wonder if I have such alliances, if I'm okay or not. And the 13th scheme is available. Which, I don't know if I'm going to use it just yet, but considering Clan Eshin is basically starting to poke into my border, it might not be a terrible idea. I just don't know if he's actually hindering me right now if I'm serious. That's the only thing I'm not sure about. I see the plus modifier in enemy provinces. Am I technically an enemy? I know I'm getting some positive relation with him, since I'm helping against the Orcs and all the other savages. But even then, because I'm a great power, that's easily negated. And he's currently #1 strength too, so getting on his good side definitely does me some favors. Now, increase my garrison. This is where I worry quite a bit. And I don't want to deal with... There's a lot of attrition here, wow. I want to try and engage these two, but I am honestly curious. Would they actually attack me if I were to go back to the settlement? As there's what? 7, 14 there, and then I have like a full 20 here. I'm going to assume they won't fight me, not with this attrition damage. And I want to fight them. Ooh, they're buffed. I guess that was a result of the buff, maybe. As I don't recall seeing these before. Now, I sadly don't have the money. That was a bit of a mistake there, I guess. This kind of hindering them was pretty important to my plans, wasn't it? Either way, assassin could do scouting. I gotta be mindful, very mindful of this dang attrition damage I'm about to take. It doesn't even want to tell me how much attrition damage I'm taking. But if I could trick them to fight me, that might be good. Actually, I can fortify, can't I? And that will help negate some of this attrition, I hope. That is a lot of attrition damage, though. Wow. Can I trick them to fight me? This is probably a terrible idea. But if I retreat, maybe I'm still safe? I already committed to the move, so it's not like I can save.
Machines and sorcery.
Now, let's get you up here, although I fear the battle's going to be decided by the time you get there. And you're technically more expensive than Queek's army, are you? Yeah, just because he has higher tier stuff. Which hopefully will get corrected soon once I get more Doom Flayers and the Doom Wheels. I am really excited for Doom Wheels at some point soon. And yeah, this is more garrisons, okay. Which is good to consider, but not important now, considering I have another settlement I'm trying to heavily fortify. Actually, let me check my other armies and heroes. You can go wherever you want, but I wonder where those savage orcs went. Okay, we got a regular orc army here. There's the savage orcs there. Alright, so I need to deal with these as quickly as possible. But I have some early warning. And I don't think the Skullcrags can gang up on me. I want to believe I'm safe from that. Even if they dark tunnel. Now, who else can move? Ah, the Doom Engineer, who hopefully is immune to attrition damage. As you still got a little bit of a trek ahead of you. It's going to be 2 more turns, 3 turns, until you can get there. And then we'll have ourselves hopefully a very profitable Undercity, Under Empire. I just don't know what the laboratory even does, if I'm completely honest. But we'll find out soon enough. Well, this is nice and convenient, isn't it? I was hoping to fight both of them at once, but I will take this. Only problem is, though, this is going to be a bit of a stomp, I'm suspecting. They're nice, simple little scrap there. Hard to say if I slacked off in all the downtime there, as I did do a bulk of episodes for the previous 3 before, and it has been a few days since this one. But everything is dead. Everything is gone. I would like more food, but that's not really a problem. My biggest concern is money, but that might hurt my replenishment a bit. And with one of them gone, the other's likely going to get scared. There, Queek's gained the brave trait. So now you can't say that Queek is just insane for going so aggressively against other leaders, but it works. And we got a rank, perfect. And a good number of their ranks is also gone. Although, they are scurrying away, sadly. But I have momentum and I plan on taking advantage of it. It's just a question of how to best utilize it. Now, I am planning on making you a combat unit, but I am not against trying to improve some of your skills here too. Damaging walls could be good, wounding might be decent. How far do I want to go down the combat's route before I seriously consider that, though? That's what I'm wondering. I'm gonna max out the combat here. I don't know if I care about the charge bonus so much. I like the speed more, as you don't really have much of a charge bonus in general. So I might just give you some speed. Scryer is best. What? You're not Scryer the last I check. I was so excited that maybe I could ambush them. Does not seem to be the case. And I'm not gonna be able to get in combat, so let me at least just garrison regenerate. Hell, I don't even need the garrison, but it helps make the difference. And I don't think it's possible for me to hinder speed unless you can't hinder movement, can you? No, you just hinder regeneration. We already looked at that. It's the engineer that slows them, but he's in a bad spot for it. And I don't want to expand the Under Empire here, as I'm going to be taking the settlement real soon. It's just a question, an 8% chance of being wounded. I don't want that. But I could slow you down. I'm more concerned about the cost. Stealing tech might be useful. If I could succeed, that is. He failed, but he still levels up. I think I win this exchange. Although it is again a question of who am I using? Who's gonna be your main lord? What is your main purpose? I think without a doubt I'm gonna focus on your spells for now. I just don't think you really need it, if I'm honest, against the dwarves, since I already got a Warlock Master, unless I'm confident I can make use of both 2 spellcasters, which is not something I'm familiar with or used to. So I don't know how effective that's going to be. I could search ruins, that's interesting. I'm not against that. I just wonder what happens I am more concerned about the floating village, though.
Order, scurry move.
Now, assassin here, you have a lot of choices. You're only level 4, while you are level 10. I think we focus on slowing you down, although you kind of need to be out of your territory for that to really matter. So instead, Kim, let's get rid of you if possible. Nah. You still have some training to do, I guess, before you can be effective at murdering heroes. And I have money, let's start using it. What's the best way to spend said money? Anything, really, that gives me more money. These settlements will benefit my income nicely after a certain amount of time. And I definitely want this rank level 3 or tier 3 so I can unlock the extra docks. Or at least upgrade the docks. Anything else to upgrade? Okay, there we go. There is something at least. 2,000 gold though for only 40 extra gold. Don't know if I care about that honestly. It doesn't, but it's more money. It helps to pay for my upkeep. Which is really all I can ask for. You are 3 turns away. Pretty soon I'll get some money, and good God.
Submit to your king.
They're turtling pretty hard, aren't they?
Welcome to my kingdom. Offer proper tribute, and the pact may be forthcoming.
I don't know why you're just sitting there all day, but I will happily take a trade agreement, at least. I was wondering about that all this time.
Consent given.
Although, do need to be mindful of them making my other allies unhappy.
What tribute do you offer the great king of Mehekana?
Oh wait, I have a trade agreement with you? That I was not expecting. Or am I only allowed to have one trade agreement?
Do you offer the great king of Mehekana?
Oh no, break trade agreement with. No, that's more of a demand. Alright, I guess I can't trade, and I don't really get a lot of that anyway. Who else likes me though? You sort of like me.
Bid that we should make amends.
But I got no trade for you either. Alright, I think we're good. Still a question what my dwarven friends are doing, but it's been multiple episodes since they declared war and they have done crap. Although, if they were to attack now, I am definitely in trouble. My garrison is pretty potent otherwise, but it's only a 1 army size, with some walls and towers. So I can only hope it can withstand any engagement, especially when they're about to get an upgrade next turn too, for a little bit more garrison. Well, this is ballsy of them. I do have men below to help with this. I don't quite have walls yet though, but it is actually possible for me to win.
Or else.
I'm just gonna max up my food in preparation for this,
Battle. Cowards
as I
answer
would
to me.
rather not lose this settlement. It's just a shame I did not consider them attacking, otherwise I would have had Queek in a good position to defend. But let's see if we can make this work still. Since I do have a hero still, I just don't have a lord, and I don't have walls, sadly. I was like maybe 1 turn off from that. So let's see if Stretch can deal with the task at hand. They do have a hag though with death magic. Gotta be mindful of that. I can win this based on what it tells me. I'm just surprised that my units are as wounded as they are though. If I'm completely honest. There we go. Finally I got them stretched out. I have a lot of winds of magic, but not a lot of reserve. And what happens if I gamble? It doesn't want to tell me. I know gambling gives me more power, but does it affect my reserves any? Is what I'm not sure about. I do have shields. I have Night Runners and Gun Runners as well as Globadiers. But they're pretty short range is a bit of the problem. And both these guys have stock, do they? Or not stock, but Vanguard deployment. Yeah, they do. And they're both decent. Are they both decent? The Gunrunners don't say... It doesn't say that they're decent melee fighters. So I'm wondering about the stat comparison. Kind of funny. They're better in every regard. Including the fact that my Night Runners have less hit points for some inexplicable reason. But we'll go with it. Nah. I do like the idea of fighting at this waterfall, maybe. Just kind of circle around it, perhaps. I do have trees for cover. What kind of range do they have? They have chariots, which are going to be... Yeah, chariots are going to be a pain. Stone trolls, which I do have spears, so good placement is important there. I don't care about their own spears. And now... Actually, I'm going to do a combat assessment here once I'm deployed. But I do like the idea of just using this waterfall. I just gotta be mindful that this slows me down in the water, doesn't it? What does it say? Traverse and fighting. So I do get a debuff probably if I'm in there. I just can't remember the specifics. Alright, spears, you get yourself ready. In all honesty, it might be better for me to fight over here in the with some woods. I think their large units to get hindered by the woods, which will help a little bit in their assault and charges. Whereas, I don't think I'm as worried about their basic infantry. It's just the cavalry and the chariots that could be a problem. And hindering them might be helpful in this regard. Now, I want Night Runners. I gotta keep also my Night Runners movement. So it's a good thing I'm deploying over here, as they wouldn't be able to move nearly as much in the water. And I can't really engage. I can't be the aggressor because of their mobility advantage. So I think we're good there. Warlock, we're going to have to figure out what you can do. Globadier is going to be important for hitting the biggest clump. That's going to be a dream for you, but you're going to be pretty fragile. I got to make sure I have clan rats at the ready to kind of reinforce. And then we have Skaven Slingers, which of course are going to do support fire, ideally. Now, let me actually get everyone grouped up appropriately. And let's see what we can do. I can't remember if they are slowed in the water. I get the feeling they aren't slowed. At least the large creatures. But let's see what we can do. Now, assessment time. They have a good number of large creatures. They got spider riders, they have the trolls, chariots. They're almost exclusively relying on their large creatures. And I only got one spell to help me in this endeavor. Thankfully, it's good against armor. Although, more creatures the better is probably a bit of the catch. Gotta be careful there. And you are decent in melee. I just don't know how you compare to like every other unit, but we'll go with it. It's gonna be tricky. I have basically all the spells, magical power I can. Although if they're just gonna sit there, I could just soften them up. Remember, they're attacking my settlement. I could probably do the most boring thing and just do nothing. Okay. We can fire while moving, which I'm fine with, although I do need to spread out a bit.
As master desires. Rockets, shoot! Moving. Very good, master.
So the more I spread out, the better.
Kill, yes.
Nope, I should not have done that, but...
Gather runners.
Oh well, they're kind of committing to this, I'm fine with that. I was a little bit worried that this would be wasted. Now, kill the Regiment Renown. If at all possible.
Gather runners.
They are a large creature, so let's not get too excited yet.
Yes, yes. Slake, slake. Good. Clan rats. Gather runners.
Now, engage the Boar Riders if you could, although, again, I don't think
Yes.
I really need to engage them all that much. But I should be able to shoot at them for free.
Forward, backwards. Nice runners. Get. Quick. Skit, then leap.
Everyone run away.
Warlock engineer. Horned rats.
Oh, that's obstruction, okay. I did not consider that being obstruction there.
At once. Skaven flight.
Alright, everyone get back.
Scream record up.
Yes, cripple the boar boys.
Clan rat spears.
And spears are in position, but I think they're going to break before then. If I'm so honest. Although my range is not very good.
All die.
So just hold your fire and go after these guys.
Pale swan. Master of masters.
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned firing at will might not be a good thing here.
Clan agree.
I just don't know how it works in this exchange, but
What orders?
you crippled two of the armies nicely.
What orders?
Good. The trees are a bit of a liability, though.
Runners.
Only problem here.
Runners. Nasty things die. Our tail's yours.
And I don't have spears here, so let's get them up.
Globadiers. Yes.
Yep, I got spears for that, so I'm good in that regard. Now,
Rockets moving.
they are a large creature. I need to take these guys seriously. I just don't know if that did a whole lot, but it did rampage them.
Our tail's yours.
Which maybe is not all that exciting as I make it sound, but...
Is Arthur. Scurry. Now ready. Now.
Boars getting crippled.
Now ready.
We're good here.
Good. Go.
Slingers, I hope, are shooting who they are opportunistic.
Now we all obey.
Nope, I need spears. Do I have any spears? Yes, I do.
Whose command? Good.
Actually, let me turn this around. There we go. This is a perfect opportunity. Let's enjoy this shot. Watch them explode.
Clan rats. As master desires.
Oh, let me do that right, because I kind of rushed the attack on order when it probably shouldn't have.
Back underground.
Okay, they're retreating. That's fine. Slingers are doing their damage. Globadiers need to back up to the next line.
Where the things?
Oh, actually, they're fine. And can you imagine how useful the Globadiers would be right here? Keep obliterating them. Although, I would have liked the warp lightning to have scattered a bit, dang it.
Fight. We obey. Quick.
Either way, we got clan rats. Dang it. I want to summon clan rats, but the rally icon's in the way.
We obey.
Stop doing that, please. I just want reinforcements, and you're not giving it to me.
Shriek, shriek. More lightning. Yes, yes.
Alright, bomb them as much as you can.
Warlock engineer. Clan rats.
I don't know where my spears are. I think they're all gone. Well, I do have spears, but I think they were facing the wrong way, dang it. I was hoping the charge defense would protect them. Maybe. I don't know if that's actually true or not.
And skitter. What? Agree,
Skaven slaves get going.
We obey. Retreat! Retreat!
I don't know if I like this engagement all that much. But it forces them to break, which is okay.
Scurry race. Scupper, go. Fight! Attack! March! Scurry, yes! Globe it is!
Oh, they're breaking, that's fine.
Come on!
I want to turn off the skirmisher mode, but
Warlock engineer!
I did that wrong.
Retreat! Retreat!
Yep, I think we're failing here, sadly.
War blaze!
Yeah, despite my attempts, I don't think we're winning this.
Globe it is!
I just don't have the key carry units. And I don't think my Warp Lightning was all that great either. The sad truth of the matter is.
Target locked!
But I do have... Come on, please, I just want to summon clan rats. And there's no obvious hotkeys for this ability either.
Warlock engineer!
Now, where is everyone else?
Back on the ground! One. Fight!
I need my Globadiers. They are probably my most important unit in this engagement.
Quick!
But,
Yes, yes,
gonna be tricky to do that.
Warlock engineer! Clan rat
Yeah, and with 2 heroes, I'm not gonna be able... I think it's just the heroes that are gonna murder me now. Oh well. It was a valiant fight, but... Yep, and now my engineer broke. I thought maybe I could break these orc boys in time, but no.
Clan rat spears! Globe it is!
And my spears did well, they just had too many chariots.
Retreat, retreat!
Yep, that's it. That's sadly it. All my food and effort and money kind of burnt for nothing. But at least they made it easy for me to just take the settlement back. I would have preferred not burning all those resources for nothing though, dang it. Although realistically, how close was I? I don't think I had a chance against their lords, especially with the rest of their army. We crippled almost all their large creatures besides the trolls though. Which they kind of came in last and dealt with what was left. And sadly, my spears, even though they did well, kind of ran out of fumes by that point. Warlock Engineer, I wonder why I'm getting that achievement now. I don't care about that stuff there. Sword of King claimed, that's fine. Now, why am I down here? I want to see what Queek's up to. As it's time to right this wrong,
Need more trophies, yes.
and sadly you are not going to be able to join in that fight. So I think an alternative is in order.
Arrow!
Although burrowing doesn't really help me all that much, does it? I would have liked to have burrowed over here, but I'm not going to be able to do that until next turn. Ooh. I do not want to go over there.
order. Scurry, move.
Alright, let's just burrow over here then and hopefully not get punished for it. Which really, it's just getting ambushed, I think, is the risk. Alright, time to take back my settlement since they did a silly thing. You know what happens here. Although, melee attack, who do I give this to? Since oh yeah, well, it's self-explanatory, I guess. We give it to the census bearers.
Battle fight, yes, yes.
Victory is mine, but I did something stupid in that I ended up getting one of my rat ogre squads killed, which is a little unfortunate. I'm not happy about that, but we did a lot more damage to them with this desperate play of theirs to try and occupy the settlement. And I have no problem burning food to get this back up to level 3. No problem at all. And we kill a bunch of their fodder, or at least a bunch of their muscle. And now, all that's left is really just Grimgore, I think, outside of like the extra army we have built up above, I suppose. What? Otherwise, let's continue with the recruitment costs, as I do want to start getting aggressive, although it's going to be tricky to do that.
Lord Warlock.
Now, I think I want to get the replacement Rat Ogre, especially since it only takes 2 turns, which I'm kind of fine with. And this allows me to get another squad of some kind. I don't think I want to wait 4 days for Storm Vermin though, it's the only problem. I could get extra gunner runners maybe. Get a little more range, a little bit more mobile range. That could be good. I don't think I'm utilizing them the best though, even with that said. And I don't know how effective the warp fire throws would be in that regard in providing range support for me. And so I'm just going to stick with the gunner runners, and this will give me a 4th squad maybe while I'm waiting for the rat ogres. And hopefully nothing bad goes wrong. Otherwise, that burns a lot of movement, alas. But I don't think there's much I can do about it, I guess. We see the floating village. It looks like they're about to get sacked by Cetra. Alright, so they're helping me out quite a bit. And I want to kill you off, because why the hell not? Although 2 failures in a row is not a good sign for you. Now, I think I should be trying to affect their public order some, as I've been reading that as it increases only my public order, but it does hinder their public order as well upon realization. It can be significant, although I don't think I really need to do anything down here, do I? Although, I could try and slow these guys down. They have quite an army. Actually, I would like to go after you. Start hindering you, and Queek hopefully will fight you off. And if I'm so lucky, my gunner squad will deal with the squad on the left. And they will be put to the proper test, I guess. 2 more turns and then we can get our laboratory set up. No, I don't want to cause an earthquake. They are ally. They're still not going to like me when I set up an Under Empire, even though it's supposed to be secret, goddammit. They're not supposed to know of it, but that is happening regardless. And cadre of headtrats. I like that. And we're going to... Yeah, I should just unlock that now while I can. And I think the plan... Again, I still have no idea if this also works on the census bearers, but I don't mind extra food. And extra ranks for assassin could be pretty good too. And reduce hero costs. I think this might be more worth it. At least in the immediate future. Otherwise, we got money. I do want to get a chieftain for my gunner. I don't know if there's a better lore alternative, but I like the possibility of a chieftain regardless, as he single-handedly helps keep them loyal, which I'm fine with. I think I want the confident one, as he'll help with the leadership all around. Good. Now, I think I want you to get the training and be competent at fighting. And I think the plan again was to try and get my dang walls built, but we're gonna have to try this again. Unfortunately. Hopefully I can keep this in check finally, although I am gonna be knocked down to about 50-ish food, so I'm not gonna get my growth bonuses, but I don't think I'm at a point where I'm actually gonna lose any food, thankfully. Now, what is the indicator here that you're asking me, to repair? I don't think I need to do that. It's gonna repair on its own naturally. Okay. I would love to engage them. They are moving forward, but I am wondering, they are probably going to try and go after him, and I think that's their movement there. I don't know if that's accounting for their current stance. And I can't reach them, unfortunately. We'll see if I can or not, although it's not likely to succeed. Nope, I can't reach them. So we'll cancel that move. And again, I cannot do anything, but I could fight them off, dang it. I just want to get to safety, ideally, so you can't really jump me all that effectively. I'm hoping they can't jump me. And hopefully Queek could do something about him. 61%. I think you're not in range either, dang it. Oh no, they succeeded. Extra casualties inflicted, perfect. Spread the public order, and you're in good shape. They are going to sadly regenerate most of that, but it's a small price to pay, I suppose. And conveniently, Camry have been hard at work, and they just took the settlement for me. They are a good ally to have, but let's see what's up here waiting for me. As they have a big boss there, which I could assassinate, and I very much look forward to assassinating. And now, a moment of truth. There might be better settlements to go to, but you're the best one available and you're in the middle of nowhere. Hopefully, no, let's not rush this. I almost clicked that. Let's establish a Warlock Settlement. Hope it does not upset my allies too much. And apparently I got a follower for that. Oh, that's probably because he was equipped with a follower. That might be why. Yes, he was killed in the line of duty. He will be remembered for his heroic deeds. Now, what the heck do you do? Faction-wide experience for all engineers. Interesting. Increase research. More engineers. But increases discoverability. Now, I think the most important thing is this thing. To expand my under-empire and hope it does not upset my allies too much. And otherwise, I just want to hide, but I don't have the money for it. Not that it's a big deal yet. You be next warlord, huh? He's already plotting the scheme. He's already scheming. He's just going about it in an unconventional way. Which, in all honesty, I can respect him for that. He's really thinking long-term for his schemes. Now, again, I want speed on you, as that would help with your mobility some. And who else? Assassin went, engineer went. You jumped. So hopefully we can get to see what you're all about soon. And assassin went. We did everything we could, but maybe buy settlements, or at least buy upgrades for my settlements. No, I'm not going to worry about you. Good there, good there. Anything I can afford really is what I'm looking for. And you, I just want to get wealth off you. Which this would not be a terrible choice to get right now. As that's kind of your thing, give me wealth. Well, this is going to be interesting. Ooh, Queek got bonuses for staying around in a settlement, which I can be happy for. He did not get a negative trait, which is also possible, but you are interesting. You took yourselves a bit of a detour, which I am not against. We get to take down these 2 settlements as a bonus. I just gotta keep an eye on you and hope you don't cause any problems. And what fool can say no to that, huh? Critical success even. Perfect. Now, we have no choice but to force him to fight now. We max him out on literally everything else. Weapon strength, extra melee attack, obviously is next. And if I control him well, he could do good in that regard. Now, what about you? Where did they run off to? Okay, before I move, let me move the engineers and have a look. As they're around somewhere, the cursed buggers, or are they ambushing? I think they might be trying to ambush me. And they unfortunately succeeded. It's probably what that tells me. Let's continue our espionage. I can't do it till next turn. And you see about assassinating their hero. Although again, they are trying to ambush me. Let's keep that in mind, even though I should be able to take him out easily enough. I just don't think I like that engagement opportunity. I could ambush myself, but what are my ambush success chance? Do I have a way to know what that is? 60% chance. Well, this is going to be silly. I don't have an alternative though, but we'll go with it. And let's not lose this cursed thing again before it gets dang walls. Now you go up there. I don't care about them if they're just gonna run away. So let's see what you can do. Yes, this is gonna be one side, but I think it's gonna be fun to just play with. Since again, it is a first time endeavor. I want to witness what exactly these things are capable of. And this is a good experiment. And Skaven, especially the engineers and warlocks, are all about experimentation. So join me on this ride as we witness the sheer ridiculousness of their firepower. Do I even want to go so far as to try and have just a firing line and no actual fodder units, at least initially? Although positioning is not all that great. Yeah, because of the range, it's probably not worth it. Not entirely. As I don't think I'm going to do the damage I want before they get in melee range. It seemed like a great idea, but let's not do it. You guys spread out a bit. Gunners, just spread out a bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. And Globadiers are just going to be behind my clan rats. Very simple. Nothing complicated about that strategy. Although to make the most of my firing line, I probably do want to try engage them at an awkward angle. So that way my gunners are unhindered. But again, this is going to be a little bit of experimentation to learn what exactly they can do. And you guys just hang back and provide buffer. That's all the storm vermin do. But I'm excited, though. It's just a meh, knowing what we can get away with. Although it helps if I group my units, don't I? Oh, you're currently hitting right now. I was not aware of that. Oh, it's because of the hill, dang it. Giselle are in a terrible spot since I should have moved them earlier. Boom! That is not at all satisfying, isn't it? Now, let's fire everything in one spot. And see what the catapults could do, especially since... not the best shot. But they do damage over time. And it's still worth it because of that. Fire! Yep, gonna take some hits. I do have shields which help, but... There's the rapid fire. Fire the Daka! Which is something orcs appreciate, right? They should be all about the Daka. We're going there, charge, charge. Fire all the Daka! I am just curious about their firing arc, though. As it seems like they're not having... Okay, they are having a little bit issue firing now, with my troops in the way. Which is kind of odd. As should they not... They shouldn't care about friendly fire, right? Unless they literally can't shoot. That's the exception. That'll be something I need to figure out, is how to get the most out of them. Well, that was fun to watch. Again, a question to figure out how to make the Rattling Gunners do their work. And sadly, the Giselles didn't get to do anything in that fight. Which is just a tease for later episodes, if nothing else. So stay tuned for that. What kind of damage did they do? Not a lot. Yeah, only one did 6 goals worth of damage. It clearly wasn't them that kind of slaughtered them. I think it was the Globadiers that maybe did. And the catapults, of course. Can't forget about them.
Skaven Blight, here's my name.
Now the big question, I don't think I upgrade this, if I'm honest. But I am going to keep it. Research, yes. Campaign line of sight is kind of useful.
Warlock, master of
And you are leveled up. Route Marcher sounds so important, as much as I love to get you more spells. And we'll see about dealing with him shortly. Just gotta keep an eye on... Oh, no point, I can't reach you. We'll worry about you next turn. But now I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, we'll deal with the Skullcrag army later. There's no need to rush. And I don't need to worry about repairing. You're going to repair next turn. Ideally for free. Although, I'm missing out on valuable gold. I could have got my money's worth in Russian repairs. I suppose. Otherwise, nothing here. I would like more money. Oh yeah, I was going to save up for you. That was the plan. Now, with the settlement captured, let's see what happens next. Well, company is here, I guess. And we got a confederation with Grimgor as well. And I want to take that as a compliment, which means Grimgor is scared, but... At least I don't have to worry about these guys, right?
Tempt me not.
Actually, yeah, because... Yeah, I'm not... I don't have to worry about a damn thing. Everyone else is in their way. If I do play this right, this could be a benefit. Although, where the heck did their army go? I want to know if they're down here,
Scurry forward.
since they did teleport after all.
I order. Scurry move.
There's where you're hiding, you little sneaky git. Camry want to say hi.
Many kills to come.
Although, I guess it's reassuring to know that they just abandoned their post. Now I can clean up this mess over here. Gotta be mindful I might lose my settlement. And I'm losing loyalty too, which I'm not privy to. I would like to fix that, which probably means my chieftain gets over here to help with that. Alright, you are on the move. I am okay with that. They might gang up on me. Let's keep that in mind with 2 armies there.
The doom comes.
But maybe if I'm lucky, there's a good chance I could slow you down.
See my techno magics.
At least then I can chase you, which might not mean a lot. And, oh yeah, I kind of want to increase your mobility, didn't I? If I'm going to throw you in with a warlord, but I don't think you're going to be with a warlord anytime soon, unless I swap you out with the plague priest for Queek's army.
What now?
And I should seriously consider, with that said, gaining another lord too. But let me find my Under Empire, upgrade you. I don't think I care about that settlement just yet until I'm confident I can keep it. This greatly reduces my maintenance, but for feasibility, it can be important. And then we'll see what else it can offer me once I reduce some of the discoverability. Although, in all honesty, I want to believe. I don't know how they would behave.
Know that you will never achieve such majesty.
Yeah, they don't like me a little bit because of the action I just did, but once my Under Empires start expanding, maybe I can experiment then with what happens once they're completely revealed, which I'm assuming that's how it works. Once they're at 100 discoverability, maybe they get spotted. And then my ally gets to decide what to do with them. Hopefully he keeps them there, that way I can get a little bit greedy and try and get away with some stuff. Either way, continue with the upkeep, as that's what I want to do, and that burnt all my money. And again, I seriously want to prepare a 3rd army. Maybe a 4th if I can somehow justify it. But what's next? 55 gold. Yeah, I think this justifies it. Considering, oh, maybe not. I think that was going to repair itself anyway in a turn. Alright. Our goblin friend decided to stay there and hopefully admit to their defeat. And the savage orc boys are maybe making a play on Khemri, which is going to really suck for me if I end up losing this Undercity. But considering it's their main capital, and there's a lord nearby, I want to believe I'm okay. And they have another army up here, which we saw because... Oh no, their army's up here, I was going to say. Alright, so maybe they don't have reinforcements nearby. But we can make you slippery, because why not? And then let's assassinate this big boss. Yes.
And good something to kill in.
Good riddance. Now I could slow you down, probably not really need it, but can we assassinate you? A respectable chance. Let's make it happen. Perfect. Chieftain's on the move still, on the hunt to find his lord. This is not madness. This is the Under Empire. This is the Vermintide. And this is a capital, and I have a lot of siege weaponry. I think I only have 2 catapults that genuinely can breach walls, though. Gotta be careful there. This may not be a very advantageous spot for me.
Wipe out!
Even though it is overwhelmingly one-sided, even without any structures. I seriously should consider that. Let's just hope I can minimize damage, which is something I'm gonna have to really figure out. Victory in this battle may cause your lord to gain loyalty. That is fine. Well, that was sloppy and messy. A lot of the reason for that is I realized my Rattling Gunners and my Jezzails can't actually climb up ladders, which makes perfect sense, but still. It made it a little tricky for them to actually contribute to the fight, especially when there were trolls just waiting on the other side of the gate to kind of greet them. A little problematic there, but oh boy. I can max out this food, but... Oh, it's 40 food per level, is it? No, getting up to level 3. Okay. I am fine with that, and I get a crap ton of money. This is a worthwhile victory. I am rich, although I have to be mindful of the unrest. And how much is it going to cost to repair? Probably not worth it. At least rushing a level 3 gem cutters. I don't think that's worth it. It should repair on its own relatively quickly. But it's a victory nonetheless. The only main damage was to my clan rats, which again should recover really quickly. And let's improve your spell power. Make you a true force to be feared. And I like more money. Rubbish pits will be good here. A pox cauldron, interesting. I wonder how I feel about that. Because I could get a plague priest right now. In fact, did I actually lose anyone? Nope. Just heavy damage to some spear clan rats, that's it. Alright. And I think there's not much else that really needs to be done. I'm just going to prepare for this fight over here, conquer a settlement, and wipe out the Skull Crags in the next episode. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I will see you next time.